strides again. Oh, no, that's a disaster. Okay. Hello and welcome back. Have you ever wondered what it's like to be a Russian rider? I came across this video done at an amazing facility, to be fair. Yeah, I would love to ride it in a facility like that. I came across a video of a jumping lesson, like a clinic, masterclass, I think they called it. And I thought, well, let me just have a look and have a chat about how they do things in a country that's different from where we come from. So, without further ado, I think we will avoid the warm-up because I won't insult your intelligence. And we will start, let me see, with the first warm-up jump. Okay, rather than the flat warm-up. We'll start when they start going over jumps. So let's play. This horse here, I don't know if it has an unfortunate build. Do we have volume? We do have volume. It's a little sweetie.
Каждый барьер вы должны ехать ровно на середину. Да, каждый барьер.
Okay, we'll turn the volume down. So we'll watch this. As you see, when this horse is cantering around, it starts to look a little bit more like this as it goes. Okay, we'll give her another chance and see what she does next time. She's very stiff across shoulders, very stiff, quite wiggly. Let's see what this person does. She's still got draw reins on. Yes. I don't know about you guys. I hate draw reins. They scream 1990s, early 2000s. I don't know if people still use them regularly. I have not ridden in them since about 1994. I hate them so much. They're so bad. So let's have a look. I think this little horse is sweet and misunderstood. Okay. He ran through his rider's hand, she, before jumping there. And you can see it's quite hollow, this horse, and head in the air and not really enjoying life very much. We'll go on to this one. We'll come back to that one in a bit. This one, yeah. This one has a funny sort of technique over the jump. It sort of doesn't move its body very much, just picks its legs up and off it goes. This rider's still very stiff across the shoulders. And I feel like this horse probably needs to come in to this jump in a bit more of a trot. So it doesn't feel the need, that was better actually, to canter off, to take matters into its own hands. I think if it had a bit more energy in the trot, it might jump it better. It's quite on its forehand though. It's not real balanced. Right, let's see what this one does. So far, in my eyes, this rider is the most sensitive and balanced and with her horse, regardless of the fact that that jump came down. Oh, she's doing it again as well. Again, more energy needed in the trot. See, the horse there is just picking up canter for himself because he can't so easily jump in a good technique if the trot is not really got that much energy. You know, it becomes more difficult for the horse. And so he wanted to canter there to get up a bit more energy to jump the jump reasonably well. Right, I'm probably going to Let's see what they're doing next. Oh, we've got an advert there. Oh, do we have someone moving now? What's going on? Oh, bounce fences. Okay. Let's go back because I'm wondering if the first guy starts. Yes, he does. Right, here we go. Bounce fences. This horse is a very quick jumper. Doesn't spin long in the air. It's clearly not a happy. Ooh, little buck, little disagreement with the rider, or a little protest at something. Let's just move that. There's not a happy horse. I guess we'll talk more about it as we see more of it. Not impressed with its technique through the bounces, though. This one, very wobbly coming into it and very long and low. And the rider, for me, has her weight too far forward, like her centre of gravity is a little bit too far forward, thus encouraging the horse more onto its forehand and to get longer and lower. And its body just kind of stays long and low, and it just kind of picks its legs up and doesn't really do very much of this with its body, but it's just sort of long and low. Obviously, there are things that can be done to improve that. This horse needed a bit more bend around that turn. However, he uses himself used himself quite well over those jumps, more so than the other two horses. More correct in the sort of up down of the body and the technique over them. I quite like that horse, it's quite cute. Do I need to go forward? What's happening? What's happening? Oh no, we have somebody else about to take. All right, let's just forward there. Forward again. Here we go. We got this guy back again. So for me, this rider is leaning too far back and is too strong with his hands because he's trying to hold his horse together. But all he's doing is driving with his seat too much and therefore hollowing the horse's back. That horse is so quick over the jumps and most unhappy. And hollow and against the rider, or the rider's against him. And I feel like the rider's too forceful in the hand while driving with the seat, and it's just leading to this kind of bouncy, choppy movement with the hollow back and head like this. So I don't like that. I think the rider needs to be a little bit more sensitive, a little bit more understanding of that horse, who is clearly a sensitive little flower and needs some understanding. This girl, again, centre of gravity just seems forward, but that was better than the last attempt. She would look better if she kept her elbows in a bit more. She looks just a bit flappy. This girl, still my favourite rider so far out of these three. A little bit of bend around the turn would be good, but she approaches in the straightest line and the horse has the best technique still. And we have half a flight, half a change, and there's the rest of it. Okay. Yeah, I like that horse. This girl's got a light hand and she's sitting in pretty good balance with this horse at the moment, and I do like her riding the best out of all of them. Right, what's next? Let's move on because I don't want this video to go on forever. Ooh, we've got somebody flying around here, have we? You see, it's this poor little upside down horse. I actually just think it's a very, very unhappy horse that needs riding with a bit more sensitivity. See how far back the rider's weight is, and his hand's in his lap, and his seat is driving, and the horse just kind of pretty much does his own thing without the rider having much say. And And here now the rider's obviously working to try and get the horse to bend and soften, but if the rider softened, the horse would soften better. Yeah, I'm thinking take those spurs off as well. I don't think the horse... Yeah, I'm not sure the horse likes those spurs. Yeah, spurs. And too much hand, too much spur, too much driving while too much holding. Not a happy little pony. I'd like to have a ride on that horse, actually. I think it wants to please. I think it's just got a bit of discomfort. And could go a lot better, and fairly easily too, you know. Let's see what's happening here. She's coming crooked again, the outside shoulder bulging outwards. And she's just so far forward. I mean, luckily she's very light, but and this it's ugly. It's ugly. Okay, they seem to be using this pole exercise as a get the horse back together sort of exercise, but this horse is still so downhill. No wonder it can't sort of lift and have that good technique off the floor, because it's so much weight is on the front of it. And her doing this over its withers is not really helping it either. Right, let's see what this girl can do. She's still my favourite so far. Better approach. So, oh, nice and straight. And a nice technique with the horse again, and she's sitting quite well. Sit up. Maybe too many strides in there, but the horse is quite responsive and came back to her well without looking like it was a big effort. So he's maybe just at a better stage of training or something, but or maybe she's just a more effective rider. I like these two. I still like these two. Right, let's just go forward until we get someone else cantering. Come on. Ah, here we go again. It's my bright screen on. It is bright, but don't look it to me. I do love this facility. Oh, I'd love to ride at a facility like this. That was not a bad approach. The horse is still very quick, like, oh, okay, we've got to do a change of rein this time, and oh my goodness. Oh, okay. I'm not liking it. And see, he's so forceful, this guy. He's so, like, not really working with the horse. He's more telling the horse, this is how you're going to do it. Regardless of your conformation, you build, how easy you find it or not. It's just, I am going to put you in this kind of headlock. Look at the horse's mouth. And I am going to drive with my seat and hold with my hand and dig my spurs in, and you're going to just deal with it. Yeah, you see that little hump of the back there? I think that horse could be really quite nice, but he's not very muscled behind the saddle, and that is because of the blocking way that the horse, that the rider's riding him. He's not able to be... Ooh, they're taking spurs off. Good on him. Good on them. I feel that because the horse is ridden in such a blocked way, this is why he's so underdeveloped behind the saddle. What's this lady doing now? Better technique, actually, from the horse. Oh, at least she's got a flying changes sorted. That's not so bad. I just wish she'd sit up and stop all this sort of movement. It would be a lot nicer. A horse can actually lift off the floor. Imagine what he could do if not ridden so much on the forehand. He could be quite a lovely horse. He could be quite a lovely horse. Actually, very good with the back end over the second part of the double there. Really started to use himself. I used to work for a lady who rode quite stiff up here and like this as well, and like this. Yeah, I don't love the look. All right, let's see what this horse can do. I have high hopes. I hope I'm not disappointed. Good approach again. The horse is quite manoeuvrable in its shoulders, actually. Okay, let's see what she does. Oh, nice. Oh, what happened there? A little spook? She cut the corner, which she couldn't really afford to do with that jump. Okay, not bad. All right, so she cut the corner for the first jump and ended up jumping the second one at more of an angle. She probably could have done better on that dog leg, but I still like the horse and she's still all right, this rider. Come on, forward, forward. Yeah, very nice. And straight on landing as well. And allowed the horse forward a bit. I like that. That was nice. That was nice. All right, let's see. Let's move along. Oh, she's going again, is she? Oh, right. I guess they wanted her more forward to the double because she was a bit hanging back. I still like that horse. Very, very crooked there. I still like that horse. You kind of have to be very aware of the getaway after the jump and still work on keeping the horse straight unless you have decided that it needs to sort of go out to the fence or the wall, because they can't just drift all over the place. They've got to stay disciplined. I mean, in a nice way, not in a mean way, but stay disciplined in order to make sure your turns are good and your rhythm stays good and your balance stays good and all of that. So the discipline does have to stay there. Right. What have we got? We've got an advert, right? Let's just go straight through that. And what's going on? All right. Okay, let's see what's going on. She's looking a little bit slightly sitting back a bit, which has actually loosened her up. Oh, there she hunched again. When she was sat back slightly in the canter, it looked a lot better and her upper body was a lot stiller. Her shoulders looked better and her elbows were better, and hopefully she can recreate that. She's still not quite straight by the time she reaches that first bounce. No. Decide which way. The funny thing now, and I am going to just go back a section, because she looked like she was positioned to turn right and then she wanted the horse to go, yeah, her body's positioned right and then she goes, left. Oh, she's flying. Oh no, don't fly. That was a result of the previous turn. All right, that was the result of we're going right, we're going left, and then she didn't have time to work the canter around the corner and get the rhythm re-established and get the stride length established, and so therefore that next jump was awful. She kind of needed to be a little bit more organised, position herself slightly left after the bounces in the first place. But that messing up of that jump was entirely due to her getaway from the jump after the bounces. And we'll see what she can do this time. Oh, Gil, don't lean to... That's a better position from her over the last few there. Keep going forward. Don't suddenly kick forward. All right, are we going to get this better this time? Wow. Okay. Well, this is better anyway. It's more under control at least. That horse has got a decent jump. Considering it's just so long and lollopy. It's got a decent jump. Come on, girl, sit back and stop flapping. No, see there, she actually let the horse get a longer canter stride, 2 strides out, and then that meant he didn't meet the jump at the right place. If she'd just maintained the canter, she would have been fine, but she didn't. That was better, just a bit pulley. Like, she needs to sit stiller. We're going again, are we? Right, sit and just keep the canter. What's she doing? Is she coming again or is she doubling? She's coming again. All right, come on, girl. Get their activity. There's no activity. The canter's on its forehand. That was better, though. Even though she knocked it, it was a little more even on the way in. It was not too different, though. She did push in the last couple of strides again. Oh, no, no, no. That's a disaster. Okay, again, she lost all impulsion coming around that corner. She just wanted to keep him nice and steady and calm, and she forgot to keep the engine moving, the engine going. She needs to keep the back end coming through and let go soft hands. Come on. No canter there. The canter was dead coming off the turn again. Right, that's a little better. Disunited, but okay, keep it moving and sit back and keep the back end moving. Keep that engine moving. Don't kill the canter. Let it come. Let it come. Come on. Better. Are they going to make her do it again? Because she probably needs to. She probably needs to repeat that. Oh, they are. Well done, instructors, whoever you are. A little bit more energy. Come on. Kick on a bit. Work around the corner. Work, work, work. Forward. Now sit. Better. Yeah. Twice in a row. It wasn't just a coincidence before. That was better. Well done, girl. Sit still. Stop wiggling your shoulders. Come on, sit still. Sit still. Sit. Gentle. Relax. And woo. Right, what's next? What else have we got? Oh, have we got someone else coming through? It looks like we do have. Oh, right, we've got the nice horse again. I still like his technique through those bounces. Okay. Ooh. Got a little bit close that time. I wonder if he's putting the right amount of strides in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was lovely there. That was quite nice. I like the approach. The dog leg was pretty accurate. That was pretty good. Bend around the turn. Keep working the canter. Keep the rhythm. Don't let him charge. Good. Well done. And same again. Work the canter around the turn. Sort the rhythm out. Sort the bend out. And now maintain what you've got. Good. Lovely. I'm clicking at the horse and the rider. That was nice. Still like that horse. Still think that rider's the best. Right, let's see what else we got. Oh, are they going to do more? There's an advert. Oh, this one's flying again. Right, let's see what we got. All right, we got this little flippity gibbet. I think this horse is cute and could be really good if it just wasn't so anxious and wound up in its head. Look at its poor mouth, and it's just like taking charge and running through the rider's hand, really, because the rider uses too much hand, too much seat and too much hand together. The rider needs to soften in the seat and soften in the hand, and not just drive into a resistant holding hand all the time. I think the horse could be greatly improved. It can clearly jump quite. Oh, that was nice. It can clearly jump quite well. It just needs. Look at the mouth. I mean, this is not bucking and. Oh no, sort of. Yeah. See, unhappy horse. Too much of a rider that's like kick. I think the horse could go really well. I think it's probably a sweet little pocket rocket of a horse. And just needs a sensitive rider, actually, is my opinion. Right, what else? What else are we? Got another advert, got another advert, got another advert, lots of adverts, and looks like that is it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this analysis of this, talking through it as it was happening. I'm quite interested, actually, to see how people in other countries ride, and I know this is like, you know, the country that shall not be named in any positive light by anybody anywhere at the moment, but I do like the facility. I have looked it up actually online. They've got like 6 indoor arenas and a massive, competition indoor arena and a bunch of outdoor arenas, and it's quite an impressive setup actually. It would be fun to ride in a place like that, that's for sure. And to have a go on some of these horses would be awesome. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the not too distant future for another.